Alright, I haven't done something like this in a while, but since if you guys follow me on Twitter, then you'll probably see that I want to start doing more football related things to upload to my channel. So this is going to be the first one. It's not going to be the best because I'm recording off my phone and off the YouTube app. So I just wanted to quickly talk about something because it's about this logo right here. Yeah, Tottenham. We have a good squad, and I think we'll do well this season. But the one problem I'm concerned about is that we haven't signed any players, and we've been linked to two players, one of which has gone to Barcelona, and the other of which I don't even think is going to happen. He's not a quality player, and if you're not sure who I'm referring to, Malcolm signed for Barcelona from Bordeaux in the French league, and we're in talks to sign Jack Grealish from Aston Villa. He ain't a good midfielder. I don't care who rates him. I don't care who doesn't rate him. My personal opinion is he is not good enough. Not even as a backup. We don't even need another winger at this point. With Son, Lucas, Lamela, Nkudu back from his loan. I mean, we just don't need any more wide midfielders. Eriksen and Ali can go out wide as well if needed to. So we don't actually need anyone on the wings. If anything, we need a defensive midfielder or just a backup midfielder and another defender. Especially with Toby Alderweireld being linked with United. Danny Rose has been linked with United as well. Moussa Dembele has been linked with a move away. Apparently Roma, I think, were the team interested or something like that, or Inter Milan. So we need players, and we've not signed anyone this season at all. So it's good tying down all these first team players to long-term contracts like Harry Kane, Lamela, Eriksen, Vertonghen, etc. Whoever signed a contract this season. But if we're going to challenge for the title and look to win trophies like the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, in the Champions League again, we need backup players. We need squad depth. And whilst we have that on the bench, we need more quality players to be part of the squad. And if we don't sign any midfielders to back up the ones that we have at the moment, because if you think about it this way, Wanyama's not the best. He doesn't stay fit all the time. He can be prone to injuries, especially long-term ones. Dembele isn't always fit. Harry Winks is injured at the moment. You know, we need more midfielders, especially in the defensive side of things. And I just don't understand how it can't be seen. I think the perfect signing for us would be Ibrahim Sangare from Toulouse, 21 years old. I think it was 20 or 21 years old, brilliant midfielder. And we could do with someone like him in our midfield. And we just need a backup defender. I don't think Carter Vickers is going to cut it. He's just come back from a loan spell. I think he was at Charlton and then he moved to another club in the second half of the season. We got Davinson Sanchez, Federico Fazzi. I think he permanently left now for Roma. We've got Vertonghen. Alderweireld was meant to be leaving. Apparently, was meant to be selling Danny Rose, but we don't need another fullback because we got Ben Davies in the first team. We've got Walker Peters who can play left back as well. We got Aurier and Trippier on the right. So I don't think we need any fullbacks. If anything, as well, I think that we should really sign a younger backup goalkeeper for Hugo Lloris, because Michel Vorm is 34 and Lloris is going to be 32 by the end of the season. So they're starting to get along a little bit, and I don't think Gazaniga is going to be a perfect replacement for any of them two. And he's 26, he's a backup keeper at Southampton before Forster and McCarthy got injured. And he's played 2 games for us, one in pre-season when we played Roma the other day, and when we played Crystal Palace in the Premier League last season, his only appearance for us. So the lighting's really bad. I don't know what's going on. I mean, the window's over here, but when I put it, you see the shine that comes along. There we go, that's a bit better. So, I mean, I don't really know what we need to do at this point. Like, as a Tottenham fan, it's frustrating. And I understand, like, people say the new stadium and the fact that we're not financially prepared to sign any players at this point. But surely we should be able to sign a backup midfielder and a backup defender. Like, if we're linked with Jack Grealish and Aston Villa are asking for around 20, 30 million, I think it's dropped to. If we can pay that, why can't we buy a defensive midfielder and why can't we buy a backup centre-back? It just makes no sense to me at all. But yeah, I mean, if anything, we do need a good backup centre-back. Someone like an Ogbonna who can just come on and do a job you need to. He's a good backup. I'm not saying Ogbonna we should sign him. He won't, because he's at West Ham and Tottenham-West Ham rivalry, things like that. And he's 30 years old as well. So we need someone like his quality, but younger, and someone that can just come on and do a job. And I know it was linked to Benjamin Pavard from Stuttgart after his World Cup performance, but his price, I mean, he's going to be at least 30, 40 million, and I don't think we have that type of money to sign on a player at this moment in time. So, I mean, we'll see. And that's pretty much it at the moment. First game of the Premier League season. For some reason, I don't actually know who we're playing at the start of the season. All I know is that our first home game is at Wembley against Fulham, and our first home game at the new stadium, which has been renamed from White Hart Lane to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which I think is stupid. We should have just kept the old name, but I can see why they renamed it. It brings more interest to the club and the location that we're in. So, yeah, our first home game at the new stadium is going to be against Liverpool. We're playing our first 3 games, 3 games away from home. Then we got the home game at Wembley. Then we got an away fixture again, and then we play Liverpool. Something tells me Crystal Palace is in that first 3 games. I'm not too sure. But I only know the 2 home games for definite 100% at the start of the season. I mean, it's going to be fun. I'm interested to see how the season goes. And if anything, I think Liverpool, Man City are going to take it this year. Liverpool looking like a really good team. They've got quality players, and their squad depth is incredible. The youth they have in that squad, they're similar to us really with their youth players and everything, and giving them a chance, and the quality of the players that they have in their team. You know, we have Eriksen, Kane, we have Lucas Dembele, Heung-min Son. They have Salah, Mane, Firmino, Wijnaldum's such an underrated midfielder. You know, I don't really rate Jordan Henderson. Let's not go into that one. You know, Van Dijk. They've signed Alisson from Roma. Looking like some good signings at the moment, so we'll see. But that's pretty much going to be it for now. I will be doing more of these. It won't be just like this, me just holding a phone and recording and talking. So there'll be a bit more planned out. I'll have overlays and everything talking about Premier League fixtures and that every week. And the Premier League's fast arriving. It's in 2 weeks' time, or 2.5 weeks, or however long. And it starts off on a Friday, Leicester against Man United, I believe. So, I mean, we'll see. It's going to be a fun season. It's going to be interesting. And hopefully Tottenham can do well. Come on, you Spurs.